Hey Natsu, Kentor.
Hey, everybody. How's it going, everyone?
We're multi-streaming today.
We are. Hey, Browse. Hey, Cookie. Hey, Neota. What is up? Hey, Red Hades. Welcome to the stream. Let's see. Browse. You heard it was tedious the first 10 hours, but it all pays off. I don't know. Like, I just started it, and I think it's incredible. I think it's a work of genius, and I barely played any of it, so I'm pretty excited to see what else is there. Cookie, what game are you hyped for to get this month? I was hoping to get Cyberpunk, but I'm just gonna wait on it. I've got a lot of games in my backlog, so that's really the next game I'm gonna get, probably. Neota, in my case, I'm angry Cyberpunk got delayed. Not angry about the delay, more about the fact they told there wouldn't be more delays. Not the next day they announced another delay. I know! And apparently the devs found out the same day via an email, the same time the tweet came out. So yeah, that sucks for them. It's like, oh, by the way, you're gonna get to crunch for another 3 weeks or however long, so good luck with that. Who's my friend? This is Momo. Momo is my waifu, and you can check her out here. And we are multi-streaming today. She's doing art, and I'm going to be doing a photo mode stream. But you can check us both out. We're going to be hanging out, and we're going to be talking to each other's chats, and we're going to be just hanging out while we both do our thing. And yeah, we've got our little streaming studio here. We're actually, our desks are next to each other, so we're both streaming at once, hanging out.
Life's been good, Natsu. Had a good Halloween. Got to chill. Anything else?
I don't know. That mainly lots of chilling. We've been trying to be really cozy, so. You're checking me out, Red Hades. Hey, well, I appreciate you being here. All right.
I'll probably be quiet most of the time because I get quiet when I'm trying to draw. But Art will be here, and we have each other's streams on our screen also.
Yes. And you know what?
Twitch thing.
I don't know why your stream, because your stream's live now, right, Momo? I don't know why it's not showing. Hold on.
Oh, let me check and see if yours is. We might need to update the URL.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, you dressed up for Halloween? 3 different cosplays. Man, I didn't barely dress up at all. Yeah, your stream's working for me.
Oh, okay. There it is. I just had to refresh it. It's good now. Okay, I've got her volume's very low. I can fix that. I didn't know if it was going to be too loud or too soft, but go ahead and talk, Momo.
Hello.
Yeah, there we go. That should be better now. What do we use to stream? We used Streamlabs OBS and Discord, and that's about it, really. Browse, you played Killer Queen Black for the first time. I was so confused, but it was fun. Oh my gosh, it's such a blast. Yeah, it's weird because it's asymmetrical. You know, there are different ways to win. So, the snail is probably the most popular way to win when I played it for the first time.
Oh wait, we played that game.
Yes,
right?
Wasn't it so fun? We played it at Thanksgiving one time with like all my Filipino friends that I grew up with.
Hard though.
Oh, it's so fun. Yeah, it can be hard, especially if you're playing Queen. But oh gosh, that is like one of the best couch co-op games ever. Like, or I guess arena style multiplayer games ever. It's so good. Oh, Momo, I don't know why your stream keeps like cutting out.
No.
Here, this is what I'll do.
You need my new image too for Discord.
I really should fix that.
Anymore.
You're right. Well, I'll fix it for next time.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's all good. I may just hide your image because you've got your little image over there in your stream.
Okay.
Anyway.
Oh yeah.
So I will do that, and I will fix it for my other screen. So you're almost done with yours, pretty much, Momo?
No, I'm probably gonna add a lot of details to it.
Okay, cool.
Like I'm trying to make it look a little bit more like the perspective is right.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Have I been in a stream with the new model yet? I don't think so. This is just like I'm doing PNG model for now because I want to get a live 2D eventually. But yeah, this is my new image. So eventually I want to have somebody do a model kind of in this style. Hey Jules, it's my favorite digital couple. Yes.
Yay! Welcome, Jules.
It's us.
So, bros, you said you got a berry turned into a tackler, then got another berry and turned into another character. Yes, yeah. You can, if you're a worker bee, you can change into like a warrior bee. There's different strategies. Like it's just actually there's a ton of depth to Killer Queen Black. It's pretty wild, and I don't know, I really enjoy it. Okay, let me turn my music off. Let's get this party started.
I'm glad I can watch you this time because I missed all your photos last time.
Yeah, I might do a little photos and review from last time. Well, I did it at the end, but I'll just have to show them to you sometime, Momo. I'm really happy with it. Like I don't really do tons of like landscapes. So I was able to do a couple, and I was pretty happy with it. Momo's making art, and I'm playing in an art book. Oh yeah, I'm definitely more of an art appreciator as far as visual art than like than actually, like I can't draw or whatever, paint or whatever it is, like at all. But Momo's really taken to it really well. Definitely more of a photographer myself. I'm definitely more of an amateur photographer, and I've done that quite a bit. So that is my wheelhouse. That's what I'm more comfortable with. Red Hughes said, I've tried Streamlabs OBS today. Oh, cool. You know, it's actually like Streamlabs and even OBS is pretty easy to grasp. Like it's an incredible open source software. And it's amazing how it's really democratized streaming and allowed tons of people to be able to pick it up really easily. So it's awesome stuff. It's so easy to be a streamer nowadays compared to, you know, before OBS was a thing or more common. So not so I love it. Same art, same LMAO. More of a writer than any form of artist. I see. Well, you know, I'm actually like a lot of my creative DNA is also as a writer. Well, me, it's mainly songwriting, but still, I think of myself as a writer. Like the way my brain works is as a writer. That's really how I think about things and analyze things. I think through my writing. I don't really do it much anymore, but for years I journaled a lot and really kind of put my thoughts on paper. So that's kind of, I feel like I have a writer's brain, so I totally feel that. Oh, cool, Red Hades. You had friends show you how to do Streamlabs OBS. That's awesome. Yeah, it's crazy how really one person can become essentially like a one-person live studio production. It's pretty amazing. In Streamlabs, is that how you're using your avatar? I'm using a free avatar tracking software called VC Face, and the model I made using software called Vroid Studio. There's actually a lot of free models on their Vroid Hub website. It's a Japanese software and website, and it's super easy to even get into that. If you've got a webcam and you want to stream using an avatar, it's pretty straightforward and pretty easy to do that too, which is crazy. My video quality was super compressed though. Oh yeah, that upload speed is huge. Like, it's like, ooh, let me grab this. Grab this morphine for the president. But yeah, like it's upload speed is so important to get like the proper bit rate, and if you're just doing it to Twitch and you're using Streamlabs OBS, it's pretty cool because in the settings, I think you can automatically optimize your settings to work best with whatever upload speed you have. It's so funny how I'm bringing morphine to the president. Is this really the only way to get stuff from one place to another in this world? It's amazing. Oh my god. Okay, this is kind of cool. So this is like a warehouse, like a package warehouse. It looks like it's got like robotic forklifts and everything for all the stuff. That's cool. So one thing I'm looking out for is Natsu says that's the best way to think. You get to see things from all perspectives. Yeah, I mean it's cool as a writer, and if you think about the work of writings like either journalists or whoever it is, or even like novelists, if you're writing about something like a profession or like a hobby or anything, you've got to know what you're talking about. So I feel like, you know, there are writers, especially depending on what they specialize in or write about, that are very knowledgeable about stuff, just through the act of writing and researching and learning about things. After spending 16 hours in Assassin's Creed the last 2 days, I've chilled and played Tomb Raider, which is great. That's cool, Natsu. Tomb Raider's, are you talking about the new one, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, or something else? I love that series. It's really good. I just started Shadow. I'm working through it. That photo mode, it's got a photo mode too, so I've only posted one photo from that, but I'd like to work through it more. This is kind of a weird room. Oh, is this like a lift? Oh, that's cool. One thing I'm looking out for in this playthrough... Oh, one of the older ones. Okay. Older than the reboot, or are you talking about like the first one? Yeah, I really, really, really like the first one. I think Rise might be my favorite. I haven't done the... I haven't played through a lot of 3 or Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Oh, this is cool. Oh, this is... Okay, this is where... Oh, cool. This is where I deliver packages. I don't... Oh, that's cool. Okay. Okay, you finished the Baba Yaga DLC. Cool. Okay, Rise. Okay, awesome. Nice. I don't think I've played that DLC. I might have it, but yeah, Rise is really good. She just turns into like... she just turns into like a... I don't know. She just turns into like a killer at the end. It's really wild. One thing I'm looking out for is I really want to have a background for my just chatting with this game in particular. So I'm looking for a room that's a little enclosed that can kind of give off the vibe of this game. I don't think this is the place for it though. I am looking just in case. I'll keep an eye out for it. Hey Zelos, welcome to the stream. She goes she goes from a simple Brit to a hard ass. Yeah, she does. Natsu. Wait, hold on. I gotta move something here so I can see. Browse recently punched a vampire, beat zombies to death, and kicked the devil itself. Then a lady came out and shouted, "You are supposed to give them candy." Wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm like, my track is on video games, and I'm like, wait, what?
Maybe it's different games.
Maybe it's what?
Or that was just Browse's night last night.
Oh,
Halloween.
yeah, it could have just been. It could have just been your Halloween, and wow, that would have been exciting.
I need a confused art emote.
We need to make a confused art emote.
Did you upload
there
your
is an art
yet?
No, I need to.
Oh my God,
I haven't even set up
never
Franker
did
Facey.
that.
I need to, because that's the only way I'll have emotes anyway. Cook
Where's
says I've
my
been playing
Momo?
Watch Dogs Legion. Oh, cool. Got a spy like James Bond. A retired spy. Oh, well, I'm sure there are other spies in the game if you want somebody more svelte.
What else do I have to do here?
Hello to you, Zelos. How have you been? Ooh, this landscape.
Oh.
This landscape's so nice. I've seen yeah, I have seen some pictures of this building, which is really cool. Pretty neat. It's kind of reminds me of sort of like a nautical shape right here. This is like the it's like they're trying to make package delivery as heckin' cool as possible. That's just what it feels like. Like this is really just a game about package delivery, but like, how do we make it as sci-fi and cool as possible? Natsu says, you know the wise character who always mentors the character when they're young before the MC abandons them. That's who I need in my life. Like a Yoda or something? Is that what you're talking about? Like your own personal Yoda? Or your own personal Mr. Miyagi? I mean, yeah, that would be nice to have that. I think all of us could use some mentors. I've had one of those at one point in time. They're handy to have. Mentors are handy. They're like so wise and they can teach you things.
Hard to find.
They are hard to find.
I think it's harder to find mentors as a girl. Is that controversial?
You think so?
You got real quiet.
No. I was sorry. I'm trying to read the chat too. Yeah, it can be, I guess. So. Like, what makes it harder as a girl?
Have to back up what I said? I don't know. Maybe it's different expectations.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Like how so? Like what makes them different, or how are they different?
I don't know. I think it's the idea maybe is more. I don't know how to back this up, but I just feel that way. I can just feel a way. Like it's more like you see the movies with the the male teacher in the all boys school standing on table,
Yeah, like Dead Poet Society style.
Yeah, Dead Poet Society. Like it's more of a like
the old wise mentor character is more of a male stereotype. Is that what you're talking about? Character. That's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, I thought you were mainly talking about the expectations of a mentee and what they're expected to do. But yeah, that's true. It's not super common to have like a Lady Yoda or something.
A Lady Yoda, yeah, it's the wise old man.
It's a wise old man. I mean, that's been a stereotype of tons of cultures and stuff for a super long time.
I think that's what it is too. That adult women who would maybe be our mentor.
Yeah.
They don't feel comfortable in that role because they maybe aren't expected to have that role, and so it's like, oh, I'm supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yes, please. Thank you. Not that your mentor couldn't be, of a different gender, but it just tends to how it is.
Yeah, that does tend to be how it is. I want to say a character, she's not well known. Farius from the Spellslinger series is the best mentor. Oh, is that a novel series? That's cool. Natsu says, I think it's as women often are looked down on in society, still they always idolize men, but for women they focus more on the action than the person, so it's harder to find female mentors. Huh. Yeah,
maybe so. I can see that.
That's interesting. And I don't know, like there's always the whole effect of women always like in literature and media being like their main value is how they relate to male characters, that kind of thing. So there's that to overcome too.
Yeah, it's just a little bit tougher.
Let's see. Let me catch up on my chat too. No, that's fine. This is great. Everybody's here hanging out. I love it. Brown says, can you go all the way to the top of that mountain? Can you go everywhere you see? No. There's artificial limitations like there are certain places where you go you can't walk on, or you'll just drop all your packages or get hurt and stuff. And you have a little scanner on your back that pretty much tells you, okay, you can't go here. And I think that's kind of how they gate you. That's kind of the invisible walls, and how you can see the invisible walls is using that HUD and that scanner. Zealous says, prepping for the new D2 expansion. Oh, cool. That'd be fun. Haven't really played a lot of Destiny 2 lately. But I mean, it's an awesome game. I really enjoyed it. I've played a ton of it. Brad says, you're an Amazon delivery guy. Yes, I am. Breath of the Wild had an old lady scientist, so that was a nice change for gender equality.
Oh,
that is true, actually. Yeah, that's true. She was kind of crotchety too. It was really funny. But she was like in a young person's body or something. Yeah, that's right. But then again, Breath of the Wild had a male scientist have a relationship with someone half his age. Hey, that's a pretty common trope too, though. Lots of media.
That is true.
Yeah, they're changing a lot this coming expansion. Cool. I haven't really paid attention to it, but that's really cool. Hey, Butter, welcome to the stream. Hi.
I'm making you. You're doing the chat work because I'm too.
Oh, no,
focused.
it's totally good. You keep
I'm
drawing.
sorry.
You keep doing your thing. That's awesome. Natsu says, "Oh, best subreddit is called Sappho and Her Friend." I love it. And it's all about clearly gay relations being called straight. Yes, I love that subreddit. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. One of the best ones I saw recently was this quote from someone's mom. They're watching like a music video or like a YouTube video of they're like a couple that are musicians, and then they're like cooking or something, and then like one of them kisses the other, and then quote from my mom, "Are they friends?" Or something like that. No, not "Are they friends?" "Are they sisters?" That's what she said. "Are they sisters?" It's so funny. Oh my gosh, so funny. It's like all the historians too, like talking about I don't know, like they had a special friendship or something like that when it's talking about like two male historical figures and stuff. They just won't straight up say it. I don't know. Cookie says, "Bye, Art and Momo. Enjoy the game and stream." Goodbye. Thanks for coming by. Zealous just snuck in your chat, Momo.
Oh, sneaky.
So sneaky. Classic comedy. I know. It's its own brand of comedy for sure. All the historians so true. Yeah, it is really true. Okay, I really like I like these abandoned buildings, so I want to see what I can do with these. I kind of wish the camera was more more free, but because I would raise this up even more, but I don't know. Let's see, what can I do with it? I kind of like what it's doing here when I up the exposure. I'm losing a little detail in the sky, but that's okay. I don't mind that. You have to contrast a little bit. I actually was already thinking of doing like a grayscale here. But I'm gonna have to, let's put a little noise in there. Yeah, we'll put a little bit.
Imagine if some evil being spam drink elixir to drown you when they truly monsters. Yeah. My wine would be gone. Really
I've
fast.
seen it happen. It's a thing.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, one of our streamer friends, one frosty egg boy, choked on water because he got drowned by hydration.
Oh, I was thinking of how
Huh.
Boba, so they kept doing the redeem last night.
Oh, that's true. They were trying to drown her.
Mm-hmm.
These monsters. Oh, that's cool.
The thoughts that come over me for no
That's
reason.
weird. What's that? Oh, thoughts that come over you. Well, you're not the only one, because people are definitely thinking about it. They try to drown their fellows, their streamers with hydration, which is very important, but also can be overdone.
Can be lethal.
It can be lethal, yes. I don't know, I'm not super in love with this. Poor Momo just wants to do some art. I know. That's all she's wanting to do.
Poor Momo.
Poor Momo.
So sad.
Poor her.
What color should I do behind this coffin? Ooh, that looks good. I just looked up art.
What's that?
That looks good.
What I'm doing? You like it?
Oh, that is a double entendre.
Ha ha. You know,
Well,
not to. I actually thought about it, but I just,
I didn't.
Yeah, I definitely thought about saying, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. But no, I didn't.
Jelly
I'm wondering if I
bean.
should. You know what? Let's try two different takes on this. I could do this. Well, let me. You know what? I want to roll it a
Oh,
little
that's
bit.
so nice. That
Let
looks
me
so
turn the grid
good.
on. Thank you. Let me roll this a little bit because it's a
I'm gonna
little.
do this.
It's not quite straight. Ugh, I'm gonna have to adjust this in the edit a little bit. It's like slightly, really it's in between these two positions, but that's fine. It's fine. I'll just get it most of the way there. Excuse my impudent soul. All right, you are absolved. We excuse you. Yeah, let me go ahead.
Alright.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this one. Yeah, what's up?
What color should I do back here?
Back where?
Behind the coffin?
Besides the one you have?
Instead of white, or should I just leave it white?
Oh, well, where is the coffin?
It's on the floor, right?
Yeah.
So it should be like a wood.
Yeah, yeah.
Pattern.
Do like a wood. That would be cool. Like a... Yeah. And then you can, I don't know, put whatever detail you want back there.
Okay.
That would work.
Green.
Oh,
That would emerald green.
emerald green. That would be
I'm a
cool.
fan of emerald green.
Are you going to do like a tile or something?
I don't know.
So let me make sure that sometimes with this, I'm using NVIDIA's capture. Sometimes it doesn't show.
Ooh, marble.
Is this the capture? Did it work?
What if it was marble?
Okay, good. It did work. I just have to make sure that it works. Oh, good. You don't see that because it's not part of the game. Good. Okay. So what I'm going to try too this time is I really want to try a vertical here, and I want to see what that looks like. Oh, actually, I think I like that better. And what I'll probably do in the edit is do a crop of this. But I am liking that.
I don't know if I know how to do marble.
Ooh, the perspective.
Oh, it could have like fire.
The perspective really changed. You're gonna do fire in the background?
That could be cool.
Could be some hellish landscape. Yeah. Natsu says they're loving the background right now. Oh, background music right now.
Oh, thank you. It's free.
Yep. It's sad because of the DMCA like takedowns and stuff. I see a lot of streamers who are just streaming without any background music, and it's a little sad. I'm just glad we found this awesome like royalty-free stuff that actually sounds decent. Okay, I think I might like this better. Okay, let's do this. Is it straight? Let me turn my grid on. I wish there was a little more fine detail in this, finer adjustments in this roll function here. I'll just leave it. Okay, let's go ahead and take this shot.
It doesn't look like.
Do I plan to buy any of the next-gen consoles? I do plan to get a PS5 in a few years. I'm very happy with my PS4 Pro. If anything, I'll probably get a PS5 controller to play on my PS4 Pro once they activate the native support for that. And I probably will get a PS5 when the mid-gen refresh happens. Let me take this screenshot real fast. Yeah, when the mid-gen refresh happens and they come out with like a smaller PS5, I'll probably get that. The reason I'm not in a hurry is because a lot of stuff for the next couple years is going to be cross-gen release. Like the next Horizon's even going to be on PS4. The one thing that might convince me is if, apparently that new controller for the PS5 is like a game changer. If the next Horizon really takes advantage of that and it's like really immersive and awesome, I may be tempted to go ahead and get one at that point. But that game's not even coming out for a year, so I'm not in any rush. I'll just wait for reviews and see how that comes out. A lot of stuff is PC as well. That is true. You're going to get a DualSense for PC, Zelos. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I've already seen people hook up the DualSense to PCs and they work. They work for PCs. I don't know if there will be games that take advantage of the, like, all the, you know, the advanced rumble and haptic feedback and stuff. I don't know if those drivers will come out for PC, but if they do, that would be huge. So it'd be a game changer. Since Sony's releasing games on PC, like I'm playing the PC version of Death Stranding right now through GeForce Now, through a cloud gaming service. It would be awesome if the DualSense works for the PC games that Sony releases. And at that point, actually, if that happens, I might not even get a PS5. If I could play it like this and it supports all of those features, I think it would be awesome. Natsu says, maybe try managing skin cracking with kind of crimson lava-like cracks bursting through, Momo.
Ooh, that could be cool.
Ooh.
I'm kind of digging these roses, though.
Are you doing roses?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
It fills in the space in it. You can't really tell what they are, but it gives it some texture.
That's cool. I think it kind of fits in with her vibe too, though, because she's really
a vampire. It's more luxe.
Yeah, and she's really sweet too. So
yeah.
Steam does so far with PS4, so I assume it would, like the PS4 controller. Yes, I'm just really wondering about like the whole, like all the nuanced haptic feedback and rumble and stuff that the new controller brings. I wonder if some of that stuff will come to PC as well. If it does, that would be huge. That would be awesome if it does. And if so, then the Sony games that come to PC may have that support too, so it'll be cool. The only thing, Brown says, the only thing that would make me buy a PS5 is Final Fantasy 16 becoming exclusive to the console. Hopefully it'll release on PS4 as well. There's just so much of an install base on PS4, and you know, looking at those trailers, it's not like they're doing anything really hugely next gen or anything. So I'm pretty sure it'll also come out on PS4. I don't see any reason why it would not. The only game really that I've seen that probably can only run on PS5 would be like the new Ratchet and Clank with all the crazy fast loading. Whoa, that was a weird jump that Sam just did. The fast loading in of like completely different worlds and environments, I think would be why that would only run on PS5. Other than that, I don't really see other games that really justify it so far.
I closed all my windows.
Oh, Zilla says so far Final Fantasy 16 is showing PS5. Oh, okay. I mean, I really think it'll come out on PS4, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it will be only PS5. I don't know. They did say PC, but it's not on the website. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong then. We'll just have to see. You know, I don't think I'm done with this scene yet, because these birds are pretty cool, and I want to see if I can do something else with them. So let me see what I can do with these. If I can bring these in here. Maybe if I had them. There you go. I don't know. I'm trying to do things that I don't typically do in shots. A lot of times I just see one thing, take a shot, and then move on. I'm trying to maybe take more so I have some more options to work with.
Oh, does all the background music? I was like, what's BGM? Does all the background music play with Oriental music and add a little twist to it? I think it has.
I think it's mainly just the one track, right?
Yeah,
that has those influences.
This one track has kind of an Asian flair to it, an East Asian flair. But yeah, who is this? Harris Heller, right?
Yeah, it's Harris Heller's Stream Beats.
I guess it uses like more traditional instruments, I guess. I don't know. Or plays with those themes.
It does play with that. It might just be a sample too that it's working with.
Oh yeah.
I'm liking this closer. This like closer zoom. Yeah. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I'm really liking this. Okay. I'm just going to keep the same settings I had before, and the grid is actually helping me here. Yeah, let's do that. Actually, this might be my favorite of the three. We might go with this instead. Okay, cool. So let me go ahead and do this one. Brow says the only thing that would make me... Oh, okay, yeah, you already said that. Or I already read that. But yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about exclusives. And the cross-gen. It's such a weird, awkward time. I mean, I'm glad that even Sony is doing more of a... it's doing more... They're doing more with backwards compatibility. It's pretty great that practically all of the PS4 library will work on PS5. I think that's what they had to do. And I'm glad they're doing it. That makes it a lot easier to adopt the next console. Okay, so I've got a few different options here. So I'll just see what we end up with. I'm really not sure which one I'll choose, or if I end up doing it as a set or what. We'll see. So let's get back into the game and keep moving on. You wanted more buttons on the controller, said Browse, like the back paddles. I thought those were going to be standard on the next gen. I thought so too, but it's looking like the PS5 controller has the same connectors that the PS4 does on the back. Or at least they look pretty similar. So the back paddles may actually slot into the PS5 controller as well. I haven't seen anyone try it, but it looks like it could slot in the same way. So for those who do want the back paddles and really like those, they may be able to just slot that same accessory into the PS5. I don't know though. I haven't seen anyone try it yet. But in the unboxing videos of the controller that I've seen,
if you want to confirm you're headed the right way, check your compass.
Little tutorial.
Oh, learning Mandarin. That's hard. That's tough.
Oh, they don't fit. You saw someone try it? I was wondering about that. That's too bad. Then in that case, you know, if they made one for PS4, maybe they'll... It's silly, but I guess maybe they'll release a separate accessory for it. More buttons on the controller, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I see it as an accessory too, because... Oh, wait. How do I do the...
Hello?
Wait, oops. Oh, there's the compass. Is that the compass? Oh, okay. I just had him... I thought I was pulling up the map, but instead I just made him say, like, hello. Hello.
How are you doing?
Orders available 0. Orders in progress 1. Don't know what that means. That's fine. All right, let's go ahead and place our marker to the isolation ward. And keep going. And then we do this. Oh, that's right. The compass. That's how you do it. You have to hold this down and then do it. No, that's holding breath. There's the... Okay, there's the compass. Cool. All right, let's just head this way then. But I don't know. I think the modern game controller, personally, I think there's already a ton of buttons on there. And I'm just thinking from the aspect of somebody who's picking up a controller for the first time. I think there's already an intimidating amount of buttons on modern game controllers. And if you add more buttons to it, I think it's just going to make games less accessible for people who... Well, not just people who are new to games, but maybe people who, for accessibility reasons, maybe have difficulty actually pressing buttons on a controller. So you add more buttons to it, it just makes it just adds more barriers to people who maybe have difficulty with the standard controller as it is. Zilla says, "Gone are the days of A, B, select, start." Yeah, very much so gone. I'm thinking actually the perfect controller was the Atari 2600 controller with just the stick and the one button. I think it was really kind of this controller ideal of immediately understandable. You just pick it up and you know exactly what you're supposed to do with it. Controllers have gone way far beyond that. And I mean, for better and worse. I mean, there's a lot more you can do now with controllers. I mean, you can play like flight sims with controllers now, which is kind of amazing. But still, it also means that the further along and more advanced and more capable controllers get, the less able people who don't have a gaming vocabulary are to just pick up a controller and play.
Meaning me.
And Momo, yeah, Momo is like the example of that. Although you have, played games with a controller and are able to now, but it definitely took you a while to get to that point. Natsu says, I left controller systems aeons ago and only play on PC. Well, that's great. I like mouse and keyboard for like FPSs and stuff, but for a game like this, especially like third-person action adventure, I mean, I'm playing with a controller right now and I love it. I'm playing with the Xbox One controller and it's great. DualShock 2 is the best. Oh wow, that takes it back. I really like the Xbox controller, Xbox One, Xbox 360. I think is one of my personal favorite controllers, and I'm looking forward to the DualSense because it's really a new paradigm in controllers, and I really want to try it out. Natsu says Momo same with being able to use controllers.
Yeah.
Video of someone testing the back pedal piece for accessories. It does fit but doesn't turn on. Oh well, that could be coming in a firmware update because the reason I say that is because as of right now the DualSense doesn't work on a PS4. You think it would, but I think it'll just the functionality will come in a firmware update. Because if you plug in a DualSense to a PS3, let me turn on my photo taking music here while I take this photo. If you plug in a DualSense to a PS3, it works. So if it can work for a PS3, I'm pretty sure that the update for a PS4 will come. So if it fits on there, then there is a possibility that, all it needs is a firmware update for it to start working. Brow says, I can't play on keyboard. Feels like I get arthritis. Yeah. That's the thing about controllers that do have an advantage as well, is that, they are a little more ergonomic than a lot of mouse and keyboard setups. I mean, mouse and keyboard, traditionally they were devised for office work. So, I mean, it makes sense. And controllers, really, you don't have to, the positioning of your hands, unless you're doing something really weird, like, I don't know, laying in your bed and holding your controller up behind your head, which I've definitely done at least once in my life. Or laying on the couch or something. Actually, that could be more ergonomic. I don't know. But yeah, it could. You'd have to work really hard to hold a controller in a weird way that would kind of hurt you ergonomically. I know it's doable, especially for pros who do it like hundreds of hours or something. But it is definitely, in general, I would say more ergonomic than a mouse and keyboard, and that's one advantage of it. Okay, I would like to do a panorama here. I don't think there's a frame. Oh, there is. Okay, here we go. This is actually exactly what I wanted to do. So let me see if I can make this work. I'm probably going to hide Sam, so let's go hide him. I haven't taken one photo with Sam, which is fine. Natsu says, I'm not good at games, I just enjoy them. Hey, that's totally okay. I think that's what I like about easy modes and about, like, essentially, like, anything that a game can do to make it more accessible for people who aren't used to playing games, or, just want to enjoy the story, or, like, they're not, like, super hardcore about it, but they just enjoy it. Like, I think the more of that a game does, or whatever it is does, the better. Because games are already hard enough as it is to get into, so I like it when games, like the accessibility options in Last of Us Part 2, I think. Like, I had to turn some of those on because I was just struggling too much and it was really taking away the enjoyment that I was having out of the game. I think it's really great when games do that. Ooh, I like this this road going off. Oh, that's not a road, it's just a... And that little off limits on the side is pretty cool too. Let's see if I can get this to frame a certain way. I'm still not a person for easy modes. I always play normal because I love a challenge. Oh, hey, that's totally fine. But I think, there are games with just like extreme difficulty spikes, and there's just issues with balancing. I think of like Control as one example. I think the difficulty spikes wildly depending on what boss you're fighting or what powers you've unlocked and stuff. And so I definitely utilize the new, thankfully new difficulty settings that they've added to make that game more approachable, especially since my focus in playing that game is mainly the photo mode. So it really, and the load times are super long, so it sucks to like play and really struggle with a boss or whatever it is, and then, you know, and then have to die and wait for like a 5-minute load screen. Like, it's like horrible. So any way to adjust the difficulty there to make it less painful to play, like I'm very thankful that it's there. So let's see if I can. Okay, maybe there's a weird, like, is it the, no. Maybe it's because of the focal length I'm using and how wide I'm going. I think I might need to either scoot back or adjust the, isn't there a way to adjust the lens distortion here? Yeah. Oh no, all of this is just adds this weird bowing to it. Let me scoot back. I'm gonna see if I can get this shot maybe from back here and then zoom it in, because I'm trying to frame it a certain way and it's not quite cooperating. So there we go. So what I was trying to do is kind of set up the shot. Set up the shot further back, and then I'm gonna go ahead and bring my focal length in, so I can frame it the way I want to. So let's see. Let's make that work. Brow said, on this past Wednesday we did something new at Oasis Gaming. We played a murder mystery in Animal Crossing. Really?
That's fun.
Wow, that sounds really fun. How does that even work, Browse? Because that's really cool. Did somebody make a murder mystery island and then y'all just like hopped into the murder mystery island and played that way? Because that would be really neat.
But you could do like a costume contest or something too.
Yeah, that would be so fun. And I've heard of people actually doing like trick-or-treating at each other's islands, like dressing up. Yeah, and going to each other's islands and trick-or-treating. Like, that would have been so fun if I still had my island and kept up with it. But I haven't really played like much lately, so it's all good. Ross says, I don't play the game, but even as a spectator, I enjoy the interaction between the players. Very creative. That's cool. Exactly, an island was created. People joined in, investigating, obtaining clues. How fun. People get so creative with that game. I love it. It's going to have such a long life because people really, really have figured out ways to kind of make that game really do things it wasn't intended to do. But it's really cool. Like, so awesome what people are doing with it. It's really neat.
Cluedo. Oh, it's Cluedo.
Is it like Clue? Like Clue the game? Like the board game? Yeah, I haven't heard of that one. I'm trying to make this work with the diagonals here. Okay, so now that I've got that framed, I don't want this one to be black and white. Let's turn this color filter off. Let's bring it down just a little bit. I do want this structure to be a little bit more prominent, but I also want, it's like a balance. I want this rail on the bottom right to be a little lower.
That sounds fun.
Oh, yeah, it is like Clue the board game. Oh, that's cool. Cluedo. Cluedo? Is that how you say it? Cluedo? Cluedo? Cluedo is a British name for it. Oh, that's cool. Lachlan, hey! Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Glad you could make it. Yeah, Momo and I are doing... actually, let me go here and hop in the chat. Momo and I are doing a multi-stream. She's working on her art, and I'm working on just photo mode here in Death Stranding, and we're just hanging out, talking to each other's chat. And it's just fun. We're just hanging out, having a chill time. So glad you could make it. Yeah, you can see in my stream, Momo's very tiny tiny preview of her stream down there so you can see that there's something going on another stream. Cluedo is how you say Cluedo. Okay, cool. Cluedo. Interesting. I've never heard of that. That's
funny. Why is it a different name?
I don't know. I mean, Clue just makes sense, but I don't know. It's very...
Cluedo. I like it better.
Okay, I'm going to bring the exposure down. Ooh, it's getting a little moody.
Ooh, I like that.
Thank you. And I do want more contrast. But then it like really I lose so much detail in the sky if I do that. There's really not much to begin with though. It would be so awesome if I could change the weather, time of day, or anything, but I don't think this has any of that. Well, actually, there are storms, but I don't know if that happens everywhere in select parts of the game. Maybe just select parts. Such a beautiful game, so many opportunities for landscapes. Yeah, that's what I really like about it, because I don't really take a lot of landscapes, so this game kind of forces me into that mode. So I really like that about it, and yeah, Lachlan, it's really cool seeing your portraits from this game. They're really good. And I need to see more of your stuff, especially like the landscapes.
I really like that edit you did, Lachlan, of arts, that one.
Yeah, the new process you're doing, the painterly stuff.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, they turn out really, really cool. And it's awesome, like that exploration that you're doing that. Really neat. You're welcome. I mean, it's just solid stuff, and it's just so good to see. I don't know. I just don't really I haven't really done portraiture very much, so it's just great to see good examples of it, and I just I am just trying to soak in the good stuff. So hopefully I can do stuff with a similar quality. Okay, I think that's probably the best we can do with that. I'll just have to take it in the edit and bring it out a little more. Exposure is actually, yeah, we'll bring it down a little bit. Add a little bit of drama to this. You glad we like the style? I think it's great. It's
so cool.
I always I mean, I'm not to disparage a lot of VPs and their work out there, but it's just really refreshing to me to see when people are doing something different. Really trying to push it, especially with editing and other things. Because I'd like to do that more with my stuff, but I'm very much I'm very comfortable with doing things in the style that has a sense of realism that I'm comfortable with. So it's really neat when other people are doing stuff that go against that or do something different. I think it's really, really great. I may just go ahead and make this more dramatic. And
where do you watch that show, Natsu? Is it like live action or animated?
You're reading it?
Oh wait. I thought you said
a living rope is exploiting a rich kid for his money.
in a series I'm reading while watching. While watching this stream. I thought you were watching.
That's really interesting. Let me bring this in. I'm just totally changing what I was trying to go for with this. Bring this.
I'm still reading Dune. Taking it very slow.
Can I bring it down anymore? No. There we go. Okay. And then... Thanks, man. I got tired of the same old thing. I've always shot 21:9 wide, but it became sort of thing everyone started shooting and didn't feel unique to me anymore. I actually I saw that in your Instagram, how at a certain point, like, you had done a lot of shots in that aspect ratio, and then you made a change, which is really cool. Like, I think that's awesome how, you know, you're willing to kind of turn a page and do something different from what you had been doing. So that's really awesome. I think that's how you grow, you know, to kind of push it a little bit. And I'm like constantly trying to do that.
Yeah,
But I don't know, it's like incremental. I see my style kind of changing, and I see me kind of pushing stuff. Definitely influenced by just seeing what everybody's doing, what like Chris is doing, Shinobi, and what you're doing. And I like it. Like I like kind of participating in that creative conversation a little bit. And I like having other people's work kind of influence what I do a little bit. And it's neat. It's neat to see my stuff kind of change, even subtly, in response to it, without even me realizing it almost. But then I look, like even some of the edits I did today before I started the stream, I'm like, hey, like I'm doing stuff that I've never done before, that I'm just not prone to do. Like, let me turn on the grid. Not prone to do, and I'm just doing it. So yeah, it makes me really happy to see that.
Yeah, I really like that.
Couldn't agree more, said Lachlan. Yeah, it's great. I don't know, this community has been so cool. Like, I love just how supportive it is, and how I've always kind of really wanted that sort of creative community where people are just like really like checking out each other's work and really encouraging each other to like get better and do more stuff, and it's really cool. Like I like it. I realize that it feeds me. It's something that I need in my life. So it's really it's awesome to be a part of. Okay, I think I've finally settled on a composition I want. Okay. At some point you just have to be like, I'm okay with this now. I'm okay with it.
That's how I am right now.
What are you doing right now, Momo?
I'm trying to decide if I need to do anything else.
What, do I have a filter on? Okay, good. What else do I have? What else is there? Oh, that's really cool. Oh, I like how that makes it a little punchier.
Maybe if I stare at it longer.
So wait, what exactly are you trying to do, Momo?
I don't know if I need to add anything else to it.
Uh-huh.
It still isn't correct perspective. Like, it still looks like she's floating in front of it, but
Yeah.
I also kind of don't care if it's that perfect. But
Yeah. So you've passed the good enough threshold,
not
but
good enough to rush.
and
Yeah.
now you're in the
Oh wait, no, there's something else I noticed. I remember I want to do.
now you're in the like really working it and polishing
The
it
nitpicky-
part.
Yeah, nitpicky part.
I kind of like this one. I'm really digging the shot you're making up. I shot the same building for a few hours. Oh wow. I see that's the thing. I try not to spend too much time. Actually no. I take it back. Because I don't try to take a volume of shots. Like, I don't try to take like 100 shots or something, you know, and then pick the ones I want. That's really not my style. Like, I want to like, I spend a lot of time here kind of in the composition part of it and trying to get the shot kind of most of the way there, just using the tool. And then I bring it into editing and kind of take it the rest of the way. I try not to spend too much time in the edit and try to just kind of do what I can right here. Oh, that's a weird yellow up there. That's totally from this filter too. Ew.
Oh, I see the piece of work. Oh wait, when I see the piece of work, I see it as the Queen of Crimson Roses. Ooh, I
Right,
like
take
that.
I don't like that yellow in the sky. Let's do something else. That's weird. Here, let's see. Seam green. I kind of like bringing out this green in that mountain a little bit. Let's see. Browse, I don't mean to brag, but I just put a puzzle together in one day and the box said 2 to 4 years. Wow, I'm very impressed, Browse. I'm very impressed. Yeah, you should be proud of yourself. That's
I need to go like work at NASA or something.
yeah. Momo thinks that NASA would really just hire you so fast. Like you should consider consider a
You
career
need
change.
to go do
I kind of like this. Okay.
something crazy.
I want to turn off this. There's like a. Can I turn off that? Oh, here we go. Signs? No. How do I turn off that little sign in front of the building? I guess I can't. That's fine. I respect people that focus so much on getting it all in game. That's something I really appreciate. I do a lot in editing afterwards. Well, that's awesome. I mean, that's just really, it's just a different way to do it, and that's totally fine. I think part of what's nice about what I'm doing, or the way I do it is, Browse Lachlan says that's impressive. Yeah, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
Wow. The advantage of doing it this way for me, Lachlan, is that when I go back and do, because I do, they're really hyperlapses, but I call them time lapses. But when I go back and do like the hyperlapses of my process in the photo mode, and I do a hyperlapse, I turn whatever time it takes me to take a shot. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one now. Whatever time it takes me to take a shot, I just compress it down to a minute, and I put that on my socials. And what that ends up doing is, since I do most of it in the photo mode, then I can really bring people into my process, and they see in the span of a minute I don't know this one. I don't know how it took 20 minutes on this one, maybe. Like they see the whole 20 minutes that I used to get a shot, and it really, I don't know. I've gotten a lot of good feedback on those, and people really get to see my process because I take it most of the way there already. And I don't know. I think people find it really fascinating to see what other VPs do and kind of how they do stuff. So it's really neat. Like, I really enjoy making them. And this way, whenever I stream a shot, I can just take the stream afterward, download it, I crop it, I hyperlapse it, and then post it. And people really enjoy that. And I really enjoy seeing, too, kind of looking back on my favorite shots and saying, oh, okay, so that's how I got that. I was really wondering how I did that. So it's pretty neat. Oh, those would look great. That's actually a really cool idea. I have to check those out. Yeah, they're on my Instagram, on my Twitter. Every Saturday is usually when I do it. Either Saturday or Sunday, but mostly Saturdays. I go through my shots and find one that I really enjoy. And I think, okay, you know what? This would work out great. Or I look back at the stream when I clipped me taking the shot, and I think, oh, this is actually really interesting how I arrived at the shot. That would make a great hyperlapse. So I make one using that. So yeah, they're really fun. I really enjoy making them. Always wanted to film the capturing and editing process and merging the two together. That would be awesome, Lachlan. That would be really cool. Like, I don't really do much with the editing part of it because I really don't do a ton in the edit. I think it's not until recently. I've actually done a lot with some of my recent ones that I've edited and scheduled out to post. But that would be really cool if you do that. Do you record separately, or is it from your stream? It's from my stream. I just, I try to strike a balance between, like, the time it takes to schedule out, post, and edit. I don't want to take an obscene amount of time doing it. So I know the video quality would be better if I recorded it separately. But for me, just taking it from my stream gets it. I mean, it's good enough, especially since I'm hyperlapsing it anyway. I'm not putting it on, like, YouTube or anything as a video. Just taking it from my streams is perfect for that purpose. At least for me. Most people are going to be watching it on a phone anyway. It's going to be like a couple inches wide. So I don't stress too much on, like, the compression and stuff that I do see whenever that happens. I think it looks good enough, and it at least gets the idea across. You can still see all the settings I'm using and everything I'm doing. Ooh, look at that. There's like a neat... There's kind of these rays here coming up from the clouds. It's very interesting how it's doing that. I may do something with this. Not sure yet, but I may do something with it. Let's see. I'm taking, like, tons of shots on the stream.
Hi, Jerry. How's it going?
Hey, Cherry, welcome to the stream.
Oh my goodness. I might have to show you something in a little bit, Jerry.
Oh my gosh, you do need to show something. Maybe right now.
I might have something to show you.
You better show Cherry.
It's in the process though, so don't.
Show Cherry right.
Don't.
Show Cherry right now since Cherry's
Okay.
here. You should just go ahead and do it.
Let me.
I gotta turn on my photo taking
It is
music.
Miss Miwa. Miss Miwa. In her coffin for Halloween, except for it's the day after, but it's okay. Doing good. How are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna show you something. Let's see. Let me. Okay, don't judge like it's not done, but. Ta-da! This is what I'm working on also on this side. I started doing this other one because it's for Halloween, but this is what I've been working on. A little cherry berry fan art. So I'll probably work on that after. But yeah.
That reaction's the best.
Aw. I love your characters. I had to. Of course, there's some messy stuff. Ignore it. I'm not done. So. I'm weeping.
Aw. That's sweet.
I just love it. I love working with your pink hair. I've never done this like bright hair, so I'm still kind of figuring out how to do it. But I like where it's going. I've changed the hair like 3 times already. But I think it's getting closer to what I want. But I think your makeup looks cute. No problem. Thank you. Oh, this is wholesome, Momo. Everyone's favorite small bean. Yes. And so you'll be a part of my fan art series that I'm doing. I was gonna finish that one yesterday, but I was like, I should probably do a Halloween theme something. But yeah, I think I'm kind of close to the end on this. I don't know.
Oh, you can work on Cherry next.
I know. I need to figure out what I need to clean up here. I need to clean up some of the hair, and I haven't even really started your shirt yet. Funny thing is, I might also have something for you.
What?
Are you serious?
What?
What? Are we just like our minds are linked? That is so funny. Ah. Just love all around, y'all.
I like love. Love is nice.
Love is nice.
See,
What else should I do here?
I'm trying to frame this, but then I lose like
We're both like,
There-
what do we do?
there are these weird rays that like just go away whenever I try to frame things a certain way. So it's a little bit of a struggle here. I'm trying to get this, and it's not really doing what I want it to. Which is fine. I should probably play more of this game anyway.
Nah.
I mean, the president needs morphine. I gotta
The
go.
president does need morphine.
Yeah, gotta get the president some morphine.
That's true.
If you don't mind me asking, where did you get your display name from? Is there a story behind it? I don't mean to keep stopping your photos, but Art by Committee, I'm intrigued. Yeah, it's Art by Committee is the title of a book on improvisational comedy. I was in an improv troupe in college, and in our troupe, we all read a book called Truth in Comedy, and the second book by the same author is called Art by Committee, and it's this. You know, the title is really descriptive of what improv is. It's like a group of people creating art, improvisationally on the fly together. But also, I think that the name is also representative of what video games are, just by their very nature, a collaborative medium, super medium, just like film, and how it takes like in some cases thousands of people to put together a work of art. I'm thinking of like Last of Us with its 2,000 people in the credits, or a lot of games they outsource a ton of work to a ton of people too, and even further, you can probably take that name to even talk about how there's a whole community of people who take this thing, games, and create more work from it, just like what VPs do. So that's kind of like the name itself has come to encompass a greater meaning. Oh, what is this? What is this? A wall? Oh, greater meaning as time has gone by.
Yeah, my name has like a really deep meaning too.
Yeah, Momo, tell us. Thanks, Leprin. Tell us about your name and its deep meaning, Momo.
So I was watching Terrace House.
Uh huh.
You know.
Yeah, explain
Terrace House.
explain to those who don't know what Terrace House is.
It's a Japanese reality TV show
Uh-huh.
where young people, I think they're under 35
Mm-hmm.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
very young,
Japanese,
very attractive,
very attractive,
Japanese
typically very attractive,
singles.
very talented,
Mm-hmm.
or very lazy in some cases. Actually, some of them.
True.
You're like, get it together for some of them.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, they come and they live in a house, Big Brother style, except they're allowed to leave. And yeah, they cycle through, and the idea is hopefully they will fall in love. They have other goals, but let's be real, that's the main reason. And one of the characters was a ballerina, and her name was Momo, and I thought it was cute, so I chose it as my name.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really deep.
No, really, that's
Mhm.
just
So we're basically like, the same.
basically, yeah. I don't know, basically.
Name lore.
People have such clever display names. It's true.
Oh, yeah, mine's so clever.
It's pretty clever, yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't know.
But Momo-chan, like, how cute. So that's my name. Why is it messy like this? I don't like that.
This is it's difficult with this. What I'm finding in this game is like the lighter and darker areas, it's a little harder to strike a balance between them, and I don't want to lose a ton of detail. But I still maybe because the vignette maybe because I had the vignette on. That could be why. Yeah, let me turn that off. If I want that, I can bring it in the edit later. Lachlan says mine used to be PS4 photo mode captures. When I started out on PS4, I used photo modes to capture my shots. That's as clever as it got.
I like it.
It varies
To the point.
It's very, very practical. Very descriptive, and people knew exactly what you were about. So that's good. No, actually, I want this to kind of be a line going across the frame.
Lots of compliments, nice things.
Wait, what? Natsu. I love how in society people always try to villainize atheists, but then there's Momo, who's the nicest, wholesome person ever, and Art, who's the most genial, smart person, and literally are nothing like how society tried to paint atheists. Yeah, I don't necessarily think that media in general has an axe to grind against atheists, but there is
But there are people who do, for sure.
yeah, there is a cultural stigma in some circles.
I think
For sure.
where we live, there's a stigma.
And I think part of it is that there was a movement for a while toward like militant atheism, and by that I mean, I'm thinking about Richard Dawkins and stuff, but I'm thinking, or Christopher Hitchens. By that I mean militant atheism. What that espouses is that militant atheists think that religion in general is the cause of like a lot of societal problems, and that it's like a human disease and needs to be gotten rid of, and that it's just a bad thing. So Momo and I do not think that. We grew up with a religious background, and we for a long time really valued spiritual belief, and so we understand the value of deep-seated beliefs like that, and how much they can ground you and give you purpose and comfort you. And so we actually have nothing against people who have spiritual beliefs and we recognize the value of it, and I think our upbringing taught us how to interpret like texts, and how to extract and find meaning in interpreting things for ourselves, and how to have values that we care about, and how do you live out those values. Like we learned a lot of great stuff from when we used to have spiritual beliefs and try to live according to that. So we really don't have anything against people who find value in those types of beliefs. I think the main thing that we really emphasize and think is important is that whatever values you do have, that you're consistent with them, that you live according to them, and that I think the freedom to believe or not believe is probably the most important thing to us. Like we think it's just as important to have the freedom to worship and believe the way you want to as or not, and that people should have the freedom to not believe as much as the freedom to believe, like what they want to. I mean, yeah, you can think of extreme examples or weird exceptions, but for the most part, that's what we think. Natsu says, I think religion can be toxic, but I also believe people deserve to believe what they want to as their lives. And you know what, non-belief or whatever, you can take any value, and if you take it to its extreme expression, it'll probably end up being toxic and harmful. So yeah, you can really take anything to the extreme. It's like drinking orange juice or something. Yeah, you drink it for a little bit, and that's great. You get vitamin C or whatever, and then you drink like 5 gallons of it, and it'll turn your blood acidic or like whatever. Not giving that freedom is just vile. Yeah, I agree. Hi, Fadi. Welcome to the stream. Browse says, Browse says, with Oasis, a secular community for atheists, agnostic, theists, etc. Some people think I'm like a cult leader. But for me, I value religious people having the ability to grow out of religion, as I value atheists becoming religious. Oh wow, yeah. No, it's totally, it's a journey, right? People should be allowed to grow in whatever their beliefs and values are, and learn new things and appreciate different things, and whether that takes them toward belief or away from it, or towards something new. And I think it's totally their prerogative, and it's totally okay.
Yeah. Well, and we were fortunate to have a church that really helped us, in a positive way, not in a bad way, to grow, to come to that realization for ourselves that it wasn't what we wanted, but it was very healthy. Like they provided the opportunity for us. It was it was allowed, and so that is not typical, but in that church it was really nice. Like I really don't, like, I think it helped us have a healthy transition from being in the church and then being post-church.
And I think we're lucky, because not a lot of people have that. A lot of people have very, very sort of bitter and are full of they find that transition to be very painful in some ways because of the people that were in their religious community.
If we had transitioned from that church to myself being atheist, that it would have been more difficult. Like it wouldn't have been a positive transition. Whereas because we're transitioning from a very open church, it felt like my choice, and I wasn't basing it off any pain or hurt. Whereas I would have been basing it off of that if it was from the previous, church that we've been in.
Yeah.
So that is definitely a luxury, and not something that everybody has that experience, for sure. And I think that would have been the same for me if it hadn't have been for that group. So I really am grateful for them.
Yeah, I feel very, very fortunate that we had that experience. And I think it was just sort of a testament to that community that, one of the first things we did when we decided, we can't really stay just because our beliefs have changed, is that we had dinner with our pastor and his wife. And we, it was just so refreshing and nice to be able to have somebody who could just listen and really be encouraging and still welcoming even then. So yeah, it was really we're very fortunate to have had that experience.
For me, becoming an atheist was inspired by Jacqueline Glenn, who is a YouTuber. If I wasn't gay, I'd simp for you.
Aw.
For Jacqueline Glenn or for me.
Let's turn that off. I don't want a filter on there. The power of choice is what I value. Browse art. I wonder if the same thing happens to you as it happens to me. People talking to me naturally assume I'm Christian. Well,
That's really
yeah, you know, I have a job where I come across a lot of people who have different backgrounds, and I think because of just the area of the United States where we live, it's very religious, and I think a lot of people just sort of have that assumption that not just in general, in a sort of blanket way, that everybody has the same belief, but if you have certain qualities, either morally or just the way you approach things or your attitude, that means therefore you are religious. So yeah, no, I have encountered that.
drives me crazy.
Yeah, yeah, I know what that's like. And it's, I don't really take offense, because for a lot of people,
I hate that.
for a lot of people, that's what they know. Like, what they know is as goodness is in relation to a faith or religious or spiritual context. And so I don't really hold it against them very much. And the way I interpret it and listen and hear it is, they, in the way that they know how, are trying to just say that they appreciate that I have values and morals and try to live in such a way that I am consistent with them. And that to me is a really high compliment. So, I mean, if anybody knows about morality, or at least trying to live according to one, it would be religious people. So if they think I'm as consistent as they aspire to be in their beliefs, even though I don't hold the same beliefs, then I take it as a compliment. This friend told me...
Pollyanna over here.
What's that?
Pollyanna over here.
Yeah, bro says, this friend told me he always thought I had the divine spark. So I was quite surprised I was out of the religious circle. The divine spark.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that to me, because I have to kind of translate for religious people sometimes as when I grew up. For me, the divine spark is inherent human dignity, and everybody does have it. So yeah, I think they saw the dignity in you.
Divine spark.
What do you think they meant?
I don't know, actually.
That's just how I interpret it to make me feel better, I guess. If they were to say something like that. Lachlan says, great to finally catch you live. I have to jet. Look forward to seeing the shots. Thanks for coming by, Lachlan. Yeah, thanks for coming by, and I appreciate you being here, and I always enjoy seeing your work, and yeah, keep going, keep doing the thing, because you just seeing your work is really awesome, and
oh yeah, definitely nuts.
and inspiring. So keep it up. I may just scrap this idea completely and just do this. I can't raise this up any higher. There we go. This camera does have quite a bit of movement to it. I do like that. Thanks for the kind words. You are welcome, and thanks for coming by. Natsu says, I personally respect lots of religious people. One of my good friends is someone who I chat about our religion all the time and how we disagree, but talk respectfully and learn and grow from each other. That is awesome. That's like those are like the best kind of conversations, and more you know, even just not even across belief and not non-belief, but like across religious backgrounds, more of those conversations need to happen. Sadly, not all religious people are the most morally correct, though. Westboro. Yeah. You know, it's weird. Yeah, Westboro's pretty bad, especially since a lot of their protests are mainly their schemes to get more money, and there's very specific ways in how they try to do that. Especially when people try to stop them from expressing, and they go into litigation essentially to say that their right to express was violated, and it's very scummy and not very nice, and
No, it's not nice.
it's about the worst kind of thing you can do with a religious platform. Almost the worst. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, my idea is not really working out, so it's okay though. You just kind of need to see these husks of the old world here. Even though Brown says, even though I have my own community that can take part in an oasis, I will still go to any religious church when I get invited, especially if there's free food. Isn't that the best? The best part of religious gatherings is potlucks. I mean, really, is there anything better? Can it be better? It's hard to say. Really hard to say.
The coffee usually isn't good though.
That is true.
That's the worst part because you always want it to be, but it's just not.
Ooh, there's a cool alley
It
over here.
depends who makes it.
It depends what?
Which church lady makes it is really what it
Oh,
depends on.
which
then.
church lady makes it? Yeah, that's true. Uh-oh, spotty connection on my stream. Uh-oh.
No.
Ruh-roh. Wait a second. We're not close to the... Okay, good. 5:30. We've been having these weird upload speeds tanking.
Yeah.
And I hate it, and I'm going to have to call Comcast again, probably, try to get this fixed, but we are still safe, I think, because it probably won't happen till like for another... How long? For another hour and a half or so. Let's just keep it going. I'm curious to see what shots I've gotten so far. There's no way for me to do a shots and review, but that's okay. All right, I've gotten a couple of good shots. Natsu says, in Judaism, the Kiddush
Central was
meal
home to
after prayer was so good.
It was also the seat of the Reconstructionist movement.
Oh, little exposition here.
Required special treatment. She would have never left. And
Oh, I should turn off my
Oh,
have either.
my music.
but I just listen to what I think is badly written fiction. I don't know. Like, yeah, I could just go get some good food.
Badly written fiction in a language I don't know. Oh, that's funny.
That's funny.
That's so funny. That is funny though, because to me, I feel like that's probably the most compelling thing about some
Yeah.
established religion is like the story is so, you know, like the story of any sort of fifth dimensional being interacting with us mere three-dimensional humans is pretty compelling to me. So
Interesting, yeah. Just take me to McDonald's instead, please.
oh, look at me! I
Please.
keep wanting to take stuff. Just keep going, keep going. Oh, that building looks so cool. That's really cool.
Okay. What else do I want to do on this?
Ooh, is that lightning? Oh yeah, it is. I kind of want to see what this says. Just capital, not city, medical center, isolation. Isolation ward? The whole building is? Oh, wow. The contradictions hurt me, though. Like, God is kind, but he killed lots of people, but he works in mysterious ways, so don't worry, guys. Yeah, I know. I feel you on that.
Yeah, art refers to that as what, mental gymnastics.
Yeah. It's like moral, ethical, spiritual gymnastics to try to make it all make sense. Browse while I'm heading out, man. Good hanging out with you guys. Hey, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for coming.
Appreciate ya. But yeah, Natsu, that was one of the things for sure when I was in my questioning phase. That was like, or not even questioning, like that gave me some anguish, but one of the things that relieved me the most when I left my former beliefs behind was not having to justify to myself anymore. Like, oh no, but
this is why this is this way.
Yeah, exactly. Like I have these beliefs, but no, they're the good ones. I express them in the right way, and I'm not actually like abusive to a certain population and or whatever, or not oppressive and not whatever, not I'm not mean or bad because of this, and this, and I interpret things this way, and they are not interpreting it the right way. They're doing it the wrong way. And it's just like, being free of that is just so nice. Not having to justify your belief in contrast with people who believe a different way it's just very freeing. It's like true freedom. But I'm speaking mainly for myself. Anyway. That's cool. There's like a big sort of, either it's a retaining wall or like some sort of, yeah, it's like a city border over here. I wonder, is the city even populated or not? I'm not even taking shots right now. I'm just like zooming into some of the detail in this world because it looks really interesting to me. Like, what does that say back there? It says K2. K2. Bridges. K2 capital. Interesting. Tell everybody at work I miss them. Aw. I will relay your sentiments. These streetlights are kind of funky. I like the style of these buildings. Reminds me of some of the architecture in the town I live in.
I feel that.
Always blindly believed everything then the YouTuber talked about before changed me, made me think critically. Now my mother can't talk to me about COVID-19 without me shutting down her graceful Facebook logic. Yeah, my dad and I had a similar conversation about COVID, and we're both health professionals, so it's just like very strange.
Yeah, that's what's really.
And yeah, it's weird. Like at some point, I just had to say, you know, like we're living in very different worlds, and I have a very different outlook on things, and you have a very different outlook on things, and at a certain point, just have to acknowledge that, because it's like we can't have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because he's just so ingrained in a certain mindset that's just so different and so outside of what I think is reality or logical. Or this is what I love about games, especially as a virtual photographer, is whenever the game starts to tell me, hey, you seem lost, friend. Do you need help finding where you need to go? And to that I say, no, I'm totally fine. I'm wandering on purpose. Because I'm trying to just kind of look at the landscape and see. Are you lost, friend? You seem lost. At this point, whenever we playtest this game in front of people, them wandering around in circles and going to this part of the map means that they're lost and they need some help. That's kind of cool. I swear to everyone at some certain age just wants to believe the government's trying to big brother them all the time. Big brother as in the government's
Once you turn
bad.
to a certain age,
Yeah.
happens. Like they're just trying to control you, and that's why they're saying COVID.
Well, it depends, right? It depends on who's in power, which is really weird. Like, I think in general, you should have a healthy skepticism of what, corporations and government is trying to do. And to a certain extent, yes, like it's good to be skeptical and good to try to think for yourself and good to like not just straight up adopt what authority says, but kind of think through what they're trying to
But
do.
it's like, if there was to be a conspiracy, why would that even make sense?
Exactly.
Who is this benefiting? Really, that's
Like-
what you have to think: is who is benefiting from whatever this conspiracy is. I think might be happening.
Right, or even if you just stop and think like, okay, if the other side or the side that I don't agree with is in power, or if my side was in power, would I be more or less skeptical of what the government is doing? And if that totally changes what you think, then okay, But I don't know. It's hard to expect.
Metacognition, and
Yeah, it's hard.
Doesn't happen very
At a
often.
certain point, it's hard to expect like logical reasoning, and hard to have a conversation with people who won't consider an alternative viewpoint. Because really, the ideal is to have a discussion like what you were talking about, Natsu, like with people who have other beliefs or whatever it is, or don't care enough. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, people really, on a basic level, they just care about them and themselves and their own. They only care about what affects them or what conveniences or inconveniences them, even if people are dying. So especially with COVID, I actually saw this effect of the diminishing compassion effect. If something kills somebody the first time or affects somebody the first time, that's when people are the most compassionate, which is why a lot of these charities who they try to get people to donate to help a child to not live in a situation where they go hungry or something like that. They always focus on one child, like this is, whatever child's name, and this is what they're going through. Your donation could help someone like them. But then when you extrapolate that to millions, then the compassion factor decreases. And we're seeing that happen with COVID.
I mean, that's just how our brains work too.
Yeah, it's a human tendency.
Because our brains are not meant to
Yeah, like you can't
have that many factors going on at once.
Yeah, realistically, you just can't comprehend that level of, like, people affecting millions or conditions affecting millions of people. Or, I mean, our brains can't even hold what a million looks like or is like, just the number 1 million. So I think that's the problem, is how do you take a situation that's so dire and make it real for people. Like for me, I work in a hospital, so it's real for me every day. So for a lot of people, though, that's not the reality they live in, and they don't really have a good appreciation for how this disease affects people's lives. So it's maybe easier for them to ignore the plight of the millions of people who are affected, and instead just think in terms of, how is this affecting me, or how is it, why should I care, really is the question. They don't care enough, but also they're asking, why should I care? Because all I see is that the isolation is causing me to not have a job, or cause me to have to try to get unemployment from my government. Anyway, there's a whole host of things that makes it a lot more complicated, but that's part of what the thinking is. Why the thinking is that way.
And Thor says, obviously, I'm benefiting. Okay, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
You're just talking about how you're benefiting from COVID.
Yeah, we're just talking about how people struggle with caring about other people, just in general, especially in these COVID times. And actually, do I have? Let me pull up my compass, because I just wonder if there's any missed packages I can pick up. No, the game's like, no, there's no more missed packages. Just go to the next objective so we can
Just move
we can
on. Momo for
so we can give you
president.
some story.
That would not. That would be bad. I wouldn't want that.
No Twitter beef with wholesome Momo.
Oh no. No responsibility, please. Less, please.
Wow, look at this relic of the past, a phone booth. There's a
How do you think I should do the lettering on her shirt? See, she has
what lettering?
angel on her shirt. Should I draw it or try to do it with a text or something? I've never
If you
done
can
text.
find the if you can find the font, but otherwise, yeah, maybe just draw it. Do your interpretation of it.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead
And I
and
finished this Kentor.
let's go ahead and get to where we need to go. Just
It looks totally different than earlier, than yesterday, I guess. It changed so much. I love it. Cute. What if you do your own version? Yeah, maybe so. Maybe that's what I'll do.
let me drink some water before I go in this building. We may
Okay.
find a room that I can use as a background in here for my just chatting
Oh,
screen.
yeah, you need that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna see. We'll see when we get in these headquarters. I'm gonna see. What would be ideal, I think, is if there's some sort of panoramic window that has a view of something, either a larger room or outside of the facility. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see if we can find one. Natsu redeemed a posture check,
Oh, thank you.
which is good. We
Like
recently.
the pink kind of magic glow. Oh, I have a pen for that. Let's see. I do have one. This one. Ooh, pew pew pew. I don't know. I need this to be white. I don't have very good penmanship though. Let's try that. Yes. Okay. Let's see how we want to do this though. Maybe make it thicker. There's this one and this one. What's the difference?
We're all trending the same way.
No chance of a recovery then.
None that I can see. No.
We should start making preparations.
Sam,
It might look a little too
It's me.
glowy.
dead man.
I don't know. For a shirt.
Sorry, my mistake.
I love how Sam is the ultimate social distancer. He does not like shaking hands. It is the best. I love it.
I'm afraid the president's condition has deteriorated. Thank you. This will help to ease the pain. And allow her to speak
I'm
with you in these
such.
final moments.
I'm so bad at like any kind of calligraphy or anything. Oh look,
The
there is
first and
a.
last female president
font
of the
tool.
United States. Surely you remember her.
So I don't have to do everything by
raised you.
hand. That would be kind of nice.
You're not
I need
exactly
to pull
dressed
up
for a
her.
reunion.
Whatever you do, I'm excited for
Take
it.
that off
Yay.
before you come inside.
I don't know that it's gonna look that good. We'll see how I do. Let me pull up her picture on my other screen so I can actually see what it's supposed to look like while I'm doing it. Okay.
I got S rank on this delivery.
Ooh.
The morphine was not damaged at all.
Super delivery. Oops.
Super delivery boy.
Super delivery boy. Wait. Okay, let's see. That's a lot of let's sees. What?
That's 5 let's sees to be exact.
Let's see.
Lots of cords
see.
hanging from the sky or ceiling in this game.
Oh,
That's
there
the
are.
president's right-hand man. The director of bridges.
Not seeing a font that looks the same.
Art, everyone's
Oh,
favorite
you were
presidential
with
drug
Bridges
dealer.
one?
The one and only.
I I guess no introductions are
Gotta
necessary.
give the president that morphine.
What's it been, Sam? 10 years? Look at us. A bunch of deathless
Oh,
freaks
is it
meeting like
Impact?
this.
No, maybe.
Yeah, well, good to see you two. President's waiting.
I've never done this on here before.
Oh, so this
It would help if
guy's
I could spell angel.
so this
right?
guy's like me.
It's
He's
your mother,
died and come back.
Bridget. She's a bit out of it, but
Oh, I did
I
spell right.
know she'll recognize
Yeah, that
you.
looks similar, but it needs to be all caps. Okay.
It's kind of nice when games have an in-fiction reason for why you keep coming back to life. Not a lot of games do that, but a few do, like the first BioShock and
Madam
a
President,
few other ones.
we've brought Sam.
Erased. I don't know about this font.
Why doesn't Sam remember that she's his mom? I don't understand.
Oh, you can do your own text, I think.
We'll leave you two alone.
Borderlands also explains it.
Yes, they've got your,
Sam,
what do they call them?
I knew you'd come
The
back.
new U stations, where they recombine your molecules based on your insurance plan or something like that.
Oh, I kind of like this
Doing
one.
all right?
She wants you to hold her hand, Sam. She's your mama. Come on. I know you have a phobia, but
Yeah, I know you hate me.
I just think it'd be cool if Laura came back again and again because her dad used the secret to immortality on her. Ooh,
Amelie,
Amelie.
that'd be interesting. Especially since he
You
dies such
remember
horrible
Amelie
ways.
went west.
She'd be traumatized then.
Took her
Oh
3
my
years to
gosh.
cross.
Yeah,
She's trying to
yeah.
rebuild the country.
For her
So
sake, I'm
bad.
glad that's not the
Still
case.
going on about that.
It would make for an interesting game, though.
You're the one I wanted to send, Sam. Time's running out.
What this game does with the Horizon Zero Dawn engine
Help
is
Amelie.
pretty-
She needs
pretty
you.
nice. They kind of pushed the character models a little bit compared to that game.
Together, you can help us reconnect. You can make America whole.
I love how
Sam,
this
if we
game
don't
is
all
about.
come together again, humanity will not survive.
It's like a Japanese developer,
country.
director
Not
making a
anymore.
game about
We do.
American
Alone, we have
like
no
unity
future.
and division.
America's finished.
Very interesting.
Bridget, you're the president of jack shit.
Sam, listen to me.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, his heart. This looks so painful.
Please. So you are willing to help me?
No, I...
I love you, Sam.
It feels so late, but it's not.
It's that
I'll
daylight
be waiting
savings.
For you on the beach.
Oh yeah. Maybe that's why I've been hungry so much today.
Madam President!
Great, you killed the president. Good job.
Who did it?
Doctor, we need your help.
All hands on deck here. C2B fifth. Give me 150 cc's.
Nearly 12 a.m. for you.
Well,
So it is late for Natsu.
across the pond.
We're losing her.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. It's nice and late for you. I don't understand what all the black stuff is. But, you know, he wanted to... Kojima wanted something to make handprints with.